My motto for this year is burn fat, build muscle, eat, sleep, and repeat. It's a very simple motto to follow. Hey world, it's Carlos Thomas Benwick, your favorite top personal trainer and nutrition coach from Washington, D.C. And this year, I'm going to be sharing my second edition From Cheato to Keto in 30 Days ebook. And it's got 15 steps. And in these videos, I am going to share with you each of those 15 steps and give you a little bit more about each step. My motto for this year is burn fat, build muscle, eat, sleep, and repeat. It's a very simple motto to follow. And it's a motto that I've wanted to follow since I was a kid. I dreamed about it, and now I've made it a reality. Evidenced by that muscle right there. So let's start with step number 1, which is understanding the fuel sources or the two major fuel sources to the body. One of them is fat and one of them is sugar. Now, if you look across the world, you'll see that most people are operating off of the fuel source of sugar. You can tell this by people who you work with or people who are in your family every day by the food they consume, whether it's potatoes, rice, potato chips, candy, sodas, whatever it is that is made up of sugar they're consuming. And you can tell the sugar addiction of someone by how much of it they're eating throughout the course of the day. Now, fat is what we all want our bodies to run off of. It's such an amazing fuel source to the body. It runs efficiently like your car runs off of the same energy, or it's the same sort of composition that oil is made up of. It's fat, so it's much more efficient and much more long lasting. So if you have belly fat on your body right now, if you pinch that belly fat, that is stored energy. When your body actually took that, when you consumed the sugar, utilized some of the sugar, and then the sugar that it couldn't use is stored it as fat. So that's all that belly fat is stored sugar. People will spend days, they will spend thousands of dollars on boot camp classes, or I'm not even going to mention the names of them, but you know those classes out there where you are just working and grinding harder than people who are playing in the NFL. Now, the problem is that those people think, and most gyms out there think, that the way that you burn fat is exercise. Exercise is only a small percentage of the equation, ladies and gentlemen. It's actually your nutrition basically comprises about 85% of weight loss. That's how you burn fat, is with the right nutrition. Now, getting back to the two fuel sources of the body, fat and sugar. If your body's running off of sugar, it's going to burn sugar all day long. And eventually, so say you're a kid that starts off on a diet that's high in sugar, you grow up, you go to college, you drink, you have more sugar, you go to work your 9 to 5 or in the corporate world or your nonprofit or government, and you're still eating bad food throughout your life. And then you get to your 30s, your body has so exhausted from having to burn sugar as energy that your metabolism starts to slow down. Your body basically goes, I'm done, it's over, I'm not doing this anymore. So what the body ends up doing is it ends up storing that extra sugar that you've been eating as fat. And then people try to use exercise to then burn that off. But that's not how it got there in the first place. The way that it got there was an overconsumption of sugar. So the first way to handle it, to get your body to start burning fat, is to start consuming fat over sugar. So again, let's go back to those two major fuel sources. You've got sugar and you've got fat. So you take a frying pan, put about a cup of sugar in that frying pan, cup there, and then 4 strips of bacon here. And then we turn it on. Which one do you think burns faster? The sugar that burns faster, just like that. So just imagine your body you're consuming sugar and it just burns up the sugar just like that. So what do you think people do all day long? They just want to consume more and more sugar because it's an energy source. And that's why you have people snacking all day long, all day long, all day long. The way to go is the 4 strips of bacon that you've got in the frying pan. It's going to burn slowly. It is a much more efficient fuel source for the body. Long-lasting energy, not a lot of requirements of the body to expend energy to handle it. This is the fuel source. How do you get rid of the belly fat? This sugar, eliminate it. Get it out of your diet. And it's interesting because when I coach people on a ketogenic and intermittent fasting diet, and we'll get into what those things mean basically in the next couple of videos, but I'll tell you really quickly that keto just simply, or ketogenic, means that your body's burning fat. And then intermittent fasting is just a moment of your day of not eating. That's all it is. It's just a window where you're not eating. So it's intermittent fasting, all right? So when I coach people on keto and intermittent fasting, one of the first questions they always ask me is, oh my God, I'll never be able to have potatoes, or I'll never be able to have French fries, or I'll never be able to have rice again. I can't do that. That's too much for me. And I go to them, I get it. It's something like, for me, for someone to have that taken away from them, it's a major loss because that person's been operating off of that for years. And from personal experience, I get it because I had a diet full of sugar. But what you'll come to understand if you're on a ketogenic and intermittent fasting diet for a long period of time, that does not mean that you will never be able to have rice or potatoes or bread again. What we're doing here with this type of diet and this type of lifestyle is returning your body back to being able to metabolize sugar properly, to be able to quickly use the energy if need be, and then get rid of it, rather than use some of the energy and then store the rest of the sugar as fat, because that's what it's doing. Your people whose metabolism is slowed down, or people who can't lose weight, basically your body's broken. So the way to fix the body is to find out, or to know, which we do know, the source of that body breaking down, which is an overconsumption of sugar. Eliminate the overconsumption of sugar, get the body to start burning fat as fuel again. You start to correct and heal your metabolism, and then 5 years, or actually it's different for everyone. So it could be 1 year down the road, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. It takes as long as it takes for your body to actually heal and recover. But you can then one day go to, like, let's say Jamaica, and have a pineapple, right? Or slices of pineapple, and that not have an adverse effect on your body when your body was 5 years before, right? Because back then the body was broken. But if you stay on a ketogenic diet all the way to the point where your metabolism heals, then you can have something like that again. But you will find that over-consuming that is something that you're now aware of, that you don't want to do again, because it'll put your body back into that same situation. So again, the two major fuel sources of the body, fat and sugar. In order for your metabolism to operate at an optimal mode, for you to be 40 plus years and not have to worry about your body breaking down or your body continuously gaining fat and you not being able to do anything about it, to be able to control your health again, you've got to switch your body's fuel source back over to fat as the fuel source. That is the way to get your metabolism back into the black and operating again. All this is, and what I am doing with all of my clients and spreading this information and data, is I want people to live long. I am in it for the long game so that people can live long, live with their children, live with, enjoy life with their children, enjoy life with their partners, not have to spend so much time in the hospital worrying about whether they're going to have this disease or this thing is going to start to kick in, or because of genetics, etc., all that stuff. This is what you call preventative medicine here. This is where it all starts. So like I said, I'm going to share the 15 steps from Cheato to Keto. That was the first step, just understanding the two major fuel sources of the body and why you want your body to operate off of a much more efficient fuel source like fat. You guys join me for the next step, which will be step 2. And I'll just leave a little mystery for you. I won't tell you what that step is, but I'll see you on the next episode. All right. Ciao for now.